Well, it sure is Monday, and it's kind of chilly, actually. I regret my lack of gloves. If my hands were in my pockets, that would be fine, but I'm making a video for you, which means my hands aren't in my pockets. So my hands are cold. So gloves are a thing that I need in the relatively near future. I had a weekend. Did I do homework on Friday night? My schedule said that I was supposed to do homework on Friday night, and I honestly, yes. People came over. Nope, not Tara. Ricky and Gaby came over on Friday for homework. I can't remember what I did on Friday. I'll get back to you on that. I know my calendar said I was supposed to try to do homework. I don't think that I did, though. So, who knows? Anyway, Saturday I did a lot of hair for people. My friend Tara came over in the morning, and I cut her hair. It was short and had just grown out, and I recut it short. And then Sarah Grace came over, and I gave her hair. I dyed like the roots of it dark brown, and then did the ends and some longer streaks in red, purple, and green to look like an oil slick, sort of, that glossy rainbowy colors. And it came out pretty great, although the green didn't stick very well, but the other colors did. So we'll see if a second go over with the green helps, and if not, we might bleach it out and then put the green in to really give it a pop. And then I did homework in the afternoon on Saturday, and at night went to a beer tasting party where I mostly didn't taste all the beers. I just ate the ones that I knew that I would like. I mean, drank the ones I knew that I would like. There was a bit of a kerfuffle getting there. I put the wrong time in my personal calendar, assuming, I shouldn't have assumed, that Kenny would look at the Facebook invite that we were both invited to, which had the correct time, and I was incorrect about that. Kenny counted on my calendar, which I didn't really know that Kenny was doing at any point, counting on my personal calendar. Now I know that that is an important thing for them, that my calendar be accurate for their use, so I will try to do that. So Kenny was running very late, so the rest of my roommates drove there, and we took the train, 2 trains, and then it was the high-speed line, and the driver decided to not announce the stops, so we missed our stop by a few stops, but kind Greg came and picked us up from the station, and then the party was lovely and fine. And then on Sunday, Kenny and I had breakfast at Pharmacy and had delicious breakfast, as always there. And then I went to a shooting gallery with Sarah Grace. Oh, hello, Orange Cat. With Sarah Grace and Sterling and a woman named Ivana, who is a friend of, I think she met Tom and Bridget camping at one point, and then was therefore invited to some of their parties, and Sterling and Sarah Grace thought that she was great, and she's lovely, she really is. She's a geek, but not a nerd. Like, she loves anime, but isn't, like, obsessed with science or math or anything, and I forgot that geeks who are not nerds existed. But anyway, she saw Groupon for shooting and was like, this I want to do. Sterling, you said you knew how to shoot guns. So, the 4 of us went to a shooting gallery, and it was a great time. I loved it. I had a lot of fun with the handguns. I'm not great, but I'm okay. I discovered that we got 2 handguns, and it was part of the Groupon, I think, that you could rent the guns. And then the people in the lane next to us were so nice. It was, whoa, pal, calm your biscuits. Sorry. It was interesting because it was, Jesus, loud morning. It was interesting because it was definitely not a woman's space. It was definitely a man's space. but it was very lady friendly. Like everyone, there were definitely a lot of women there. I would say like a quarter of the people there were women. Some on their own, some with their families, some being taken by their boyfriends or fathers or whatever. And it was like, it wasn't even patronizing in the slightest. It was these dudes were like, yeah, ladies want to shoot too. You should know how. It's safe for you to know how to handle this, and it's fun. And we are glad that you're enthusiastic about this. And there was like, and the safety guy who, they're like the employees who hang out in the shop area, and then is the safety employee guy who hangs out in the galleries themselves to make sure no one's being an idiot. And he was chatting with us because he could tell that we were like nervous first-timers. Basically first-timer. I did it like once 7 or 8 years ago. And he was like, oh yeah, when guys and girls come in together, you know, like married couples or dating people or what have you, the women are always better because the guys are like, I play Call of Duty, and the girls are like, I should pay attention. This is important, and therefore the women are better. And I was like, yeah, that sounds about right. So the people on the lane next to us, we had, like, I mostly don't know what these things mean. We had a 9mm and a .22 caliber. I liked the 9mm. It fit in my hand really well. But the people next to us let us try another 9mm, which I didn't like as much. So I guess there's a difference, even in guns that shoot the same kind of bullet. I mean, yes, there is a difference. I'm aware of this. The one I liked was called like a CZ. God, I have no idea what I'm saying. I literally just listened to Sterling. Anyway, people next to us let us try a different 9, and I didn't like that. And then they let us try their assault rifle. They were just like so friendly. They were like, do you want to try this? Do you want to try this? Turns out shooting an assault rifle is really fun. And also they had a 6-barrel like replica revolver, which was also really fun. I was like, I'm a cowboy. I'm a cowboy. I definitely felt like a cowboy. You have to like cock it every single time. The other ones, like, you can just keep going until you're out of bullets. But the revolver, you had to cock it every time, and I was like, I'm a cowboy. The assault rifle had like a scope, so it was impossible for me to miss. And that was great. They were like really good with it. They were playing Battleship with their long scope rifle. And it was a wonderful, exciting time, and solidified my desire to never, ever own a gun. Oh God, it was terrifying. Really, I could never, ever trust myself to use one of those in an emergency situation. Now, mind you, maybe if I like practiced for hundreds of hours in a range, that would be different. But if something happened, I could not possibly imagine that I would have like the correct response or reaction time to use that responsibly, and to think that I would, or anyone would. Like, I understand more about why horrible things happen with guns. Like, you can't make that kind of decision. Nobody should be able to. Why aren't we like England, where nobody has them? I remember when I went to England, and there was like a couple of cops and they had guns in their hips. My friend Alex was like, what the actual crap? And I was like, cops have guns. Why are you so freaked out? And he's like, I don't think I've ever seen a cop with a gun before. And you know, the joke about the British police. Stop! Or I'll say, stop again! Thanks, George. Like, it was terrifying, but also really fun. And I would totally do it again, and only in a controlled sporting environment. Like, SG and Sterling were like, all right, I think we settled on we like this one. This is the one we want to have. And I was like, okay, I'm glad I trust you guys. You are incredibly level-headed human beings. I don't trust myself to ever use a machine like this outside of a controlled sporting environment. I am now at 9 minutes, and I didn't mean to be, so I'm going to stop talking now, also because I'm basically at the train station. I love you. I need to watch your most recent videos, including the one that you mentioned. But for now,